Now, I heard about these things long before I actually decided to pull the trigger and grab one. These magnetic induction heater kits. And every time I see them, it looks like it's a fancy shop that has one. So I always felt it was like out of my skill set. But either way, I found one that matched my budget, pulled the trigger, and I absolutely loved it. I freaking loved it. I am not kidding. So when you get it, you get a nice hard case. I always love tools that I get and have a dedicated case. And then inside, this is what you're looking at. To give you some quick rules of thumb, what are ferrous metals, what are not, what you should be and shouldn't be heating with it, which, you know, awesome in case you never use it. They give you a number of different attachments that go into it, depending upon the diameter of what you're trying to heat. Or maybe it's not even going to be the diameter so much, it's going to be the length, which I have a job in mind for these. Afterwards, you get two wing nuts that go into the side of it. You do need just regular outlets for the way I did it. I was working on her. I was trying to do one of the engine mounts. I was just caked in there in a few spots, and I could feel when I was tugging on it, those bolts were going to give. I hooked up an inverter to the battery, had the car running, plugged it in, went to work right away, no problem. Afterwards, I would just get it over the unit and I would heat it up. They say in the instructions to not exceed 3 to 6 seconds. I'll be honest, I had to exceed that a little bit. I did not want to get to where the metal was going to be red, but the first signs of smoke told me that it was starting to warm up sufficiently. This was the guy I was using. That's why he looks a little bit dirty. He was already feeling the heat. And then afterwards, I get it on there and pops right off the nut. It was ridiculous how easy it came. I was smiling ear to ear. I was really ready for the PB blaster, all the breaker bars, finagling it back and forth to get the nut off. And this just made quick work of it. Boom. Cooked it up, popped it right off. Must-have tool if you have an old beat-up car. I love my protege, but she's 26 years old and I live in the Northeast where it's salty and it's rainy, and that rusts nuts out like it's nobody's business. A tool like this takes out so much guesswork. And I was afraid I was going to be too big or too encumbersome to really get into some of the tighter areas. Really no issue. They give you enough extension on here with a lot of these fittings, and then not enough length that you can get into some really hard to reach areas, right? So either way, I absolutely love it. My review so far is it is great. The engine mount job went effortlessly. Anyway, great tool. Highly recommend to have, especially if you're battling with any rusty cars, which, you know, if you're watching this, you probably do. Totally worth it.